Hey, I'm Gabriel Ogin. If you're building a business, you know that amazing feeling of forward momentum, right? When things are just clicking. But what happens when that momentum just stalls and you feel, well, stuck? Today, we're going to break down what it really means to be stuck, and we'll explore a powerful way to get back into motion. So let's just start right there. Are you feeling stuck? This isn't just some vague feeling. It usually shows up as analysis paralysis, where you just have way too many options. Or it's a total lack of motivation, where even the simplest tasks feel like climbing a mountain. It is an incredibly common challenge, believe me. Let's dig into that feeling of being overwhelmed. For so many people, like an entrepreneur named Kenya A, it really just comes from the sheer number of hats you have to wear. You know the feeling. You've got this mountain of tasks, marketing, finance, product, you name it, and you have no idea what the most important first step actually is. And that feeling of overwhelm, it almost always leads to burnout. It's that point where the challenges just seem to completely block out the vision you had when you started. And that critical point, that's where an external perspective can be so powerful. Just having a sounding board can give you just enough fuel to push forward right when you feel like walking away. Now, here's the thing that's kind of scary. This feeling of being stuck in your business, it isn't always a short-term thing. If you don't have a system to break the cycle, that lack of clarity, that feeling of just spinning your wheels but going nowhere, it can become your normal state for months or even for years. So the turning point, it often comes from finding what an entrepreneur, Lori in LA, calls smart, elegant solutions. Now, listen to that phrase, elegant solutions. Progress doesn't always have to be this brutal grind. It's not about working harder on the same problems. It's about finding a simpler, more intelligent path around them. This really brings us to three core ideas for creating that kind of elegant progress. First, it starts with clear thinking to figure out what the real problem is. Then, that clarity helps you have much better communication with your team and your clients. And when you combine those two things, that's what creates real, measurable progress. That's how you move from chaos to clarity. Okay, let's get practical. How can you actually apply this systematically? We're going to walk through a structured weekly framework that you can adapt for yourself. It's focused, it's designed to create consistent momentum, and at Go Coaching, this is the exact structure we use in our weekly calls. A really powerful weekly check-in can be broken down into these 4 parts. You start with wins. What's working so you can do more of it? Then you dedicate time to focused problem solving on one key issue. After that, some training or learning a new skill that's relevant to that problem. And you always end with clear commitments for the week ahead. It's a structure that creates this repeatable cycle of progress. So you might be wondering, who really benefits from a structured approach like this? Well, it's absolutely essential for entrepreneurs who feel isolated and just need a system for accountability. It's for business owners who are hitting a plateau and need a fresh way of thinking. And it's for sales professionals trying to sharpen their game. Honestly, it's for anyone who's ready to trade busy work for real results. And the goal of a disciplined process like this is to get clarity immediately. The moment you stop just reacting to everything and you start focusing your energy with a real system, those aha moments where the path forward just suddenly becomes obvious, they can happen incredibly fast. All right, so we've talked about the principles, we've talked about the framework. Now, if you're the kind of person who learns best by actually doing, I want to invite you to see this whole system in action. Your first step forward can be to just experience it for yourself with absolutely no risk or cost. So here are the details. We run a live practical coaching session. This isn't just a lecture. Every single Wednesday at noon Pacific time. It's on Zoom and it is completely free. Think of it like a lab where you can see this framework being applied to real-world business problems in real time. So the final question is really for you. What is one thing you could do this week to move from feeling stuck to building momentum? Where in your business could a more structured process make the biggest difference? If you'd like to explore that question in a really focused, supportive environment, your next step is simple. Just click the link you see with this explainer to reserve your free spot in this week's session. I really look forward to seeing you there and helping you get moving.